Towards the FIH Player of the Year Awards, I'm delighted to be speaking to Jamie Dwyer, a dual winner of the award. Hi, Jamie. How are you?
Yeah, good. Thank you.
Brilliant to see you. How are things down in Australia at the moment? Do you? I believe we spoke a little bit before we started recording. I believe you're planning on having a bit of a return to fun hockey next year. Is that right?
Yes, yeah. I've had a year off this year, my first year in a long time. But next year, I'm joining a few other guys, a few mates that I used to play hockey with, and we're gonna play second grade or third grade or something like that, and have a bit of fun because I miss it. It's my first year I haven't played, but I missed it, so I'm looking forward to getting back into it.
Yeah, and again, like I said to you off air, those second and third grade hockey players are going to get a bit of a shock when you turn up on the pitch. But that's brilliant. You had a long and illustrious career, 365 caps with the Kookaburras, 2001 to 2016, and that career included a Olympic gold medal in Athens, 2 gold medals at World Cups, and in 2004 and 2007, you were voted the World Player of the Year. I just wondered, very, very, very few people in this world are ever going to be recognised as being the very best in their sport in the world. What does that feel like?
Well, now it feels really good. I appreciate it more now than probably what I did when I was a player. When I was a player, it was all about, winning those major events, winning the Olympics and World Cups and Commonwealth Games, for me being Australian. And that was important, and probably the individual success. Maybe it's our culture as well. We didn't really push it out there as much. It was more, we're about the team, do your job for the team. It's all about team success. So at the time, I enjoyed it, but I didn't really, I guess, appreciate it like what I do now. Now, when I'm retired and had a few years to sit back and look at the years that I played, and to get voted in 2004 for the first time was super special. After winning the Olympics and after coming off a serious injury the year before, not knowing if I was going to, go to the Olympics, and then the way I played at the Olympics and winning Player of the World that year was great. 2007 was a different, again, really nice. It was a long year that year, and in December we voted that at the Champions Trophy, which was in Malaysia. And then, I won it again in 2009, which was really probably my best year, that I think, if I look back, was my most favourite year, because I was over at Bloomingdale at the time. We won everything over there. I won everything for the Australian team. It was probably when I felt like I was playing my best hockey. And then 2010 was a successful year as well for Australia. We won the World Cup, something that I came so close before in 2002, 2006, lose in Germany. But 2010, we won the World Cup, Commonwealth Games, Champions Trophy, and it was a great year. And then 2011, again, I was getting on, I was 32 at that age, and to win it 3 years in a row, and my 5th time, I thought, well, this is pretty cool. So, I was just very lucky as well. I was very lucky. I was in a great team. I had great coaches around me. I played for a great club over in Holland, which improved my game a lot, with some really good players like Dwyer, who was probably, in my opinion, the best player in the world. When I was growing up watching him, and even when I was over in Holland playing with him. So, I was very lucky that I had some great players and some great coaches. But, it does mean a lot. I know that's a very long answer, but it means a lot.
Well, no, and it's, you've sort of answered a couple of the follow-up questions as well, but perhaps just put a little bit of more meat on those. When you were growing up, there were players, as you say, that you looked up to. Who would you say were sort of the biggest influences on you as a young lad, getting into the game in the first instance?
Oh, well, my parents, definitely. I grew up in a really small town in Australia with only, 40, 50,000 people. And we didn't have AstroTurf when I was growing up till I was 17. So they were the ones who supported me and, knew I had a passion to play hockey, and, financially supported me till I made the Australian team. And even when I made the Australian team, they were with me the whole time, watching tournaments, etc. So they were my biggest support. But I guess looking at players, in Australia, the Hockey Roos were very successful before 96, 2000. So Rochelle Hawkes, Alison Annan, like they were sort of celebrities over here, and I thought they were pretty cool. And then the Australian guys as well, like Jay Stacey, who won the FIH Player of the Year in 1999. And yeah, the Dutch team, you know, they were in 96, 2000, 98 World Cup. They were the best, and I really loved watching Turn play, Stefan Vane, all those guys. I thought they were rock stars. So I just wanted to be like them. But it was, yeah, I guess I have a lot of heroes. I just really appreciate the sport that we play. I think it's the best sport in the world by a mile. And it's, you know, it's great that you can go and eventually meet your heroes like I did. And
yeah. And of course, sorry, I was going to say you will be a hero to so many of the players coming through now, and you're obviously, you know, keeping absolutely involved with everything that's happening. Who do you think is going to be a real star of the future? I know we're talking ahead of the awards this year. We don't know who's shortlisted, but who for you is sort of a star of the future, a rock star of the future?
Oh, there's so many these days. I think, you know, every team has one or two exceptional players, or even more. The Belgians lately have, you know, winning the Olympics and the World Cup of, you know, front runners for that. But I don't think there's probably one person in particular. There's probably more, you know, 3 or 4, or just the whole team are unbelievable. But I really like Kina. I think he's an unbelievable player from Belgium. I think he's great. Van Doren, obviously, is a really good player. I think for me, Kina is the most dangerous player probably in the world at the moment. And then you've got a few Aussie guys. I might be biased, but I think they're going really well as well. But Christopher Rua, for me, is if I go to watch a game of hockey, I'd like to see him, because he's got the skills to take people on. He's going to do something. He's going to create. And I've really enjoyed watching him, I guess, as a youngster growing up to a player that he is now. I'm not too sure how old he is. I think it's 28 or something. Then then you've got the different styles of the Indian players, you know. So there's lots of good players out there, but I think a few of those players I mentioned are, for me, exceptional players and good to watch.
Yeah, I mean, hockey's in a great place, isn't it? You watch some of the Pro League matches or you know, World Cup matches, and the speed and the 3D skills of these guys is just incredible. It's great to watch. This is probably going to be a difficult question for you, because, as I said, it's a very long and a very illustrious career. Have you got one magic moment? Oh, yeah, for sure. It was the Olympic Games gold medal match. The Australian men's hockey team, have only won one Olympics, and that was the one in 2004. I watched, I loved watching it when in 2000, 96, 92. I watched it religiously. I was glued to the television the whole time, and to be able to go there and to play that tournament with the team we had, and to have success over, I guess, the team who I admired the most, the Dutch, and probably the player I admired the most, Turn Dwyer. That was for me the highlight of my career, followed closely by the 2 World Cups. In my opinion, like the Olympics and World Cups, prestigious wise, you know, I think they're very close. In the future, maybe the World Cup might be the bigger tournament, or more prestigious maybe than the Olympics. But for me, the Olympics was the biggest, simply because that at that time it was the pinnacle of our sport, and it was fun to win, and I think we deserved to win it, looking back at that team and the way we were playing at that time as well. But those 3, I guess, the Olympics, followed by 2010 World Cup was really important to me, because we lost the 2002 World Cup to Germany. We lost 2006 World Cup to Germany. So to play the Germans again in 2010 and to finally beat them was satisfying for me personally. Magic moment. Well, I thank you very much for speaking to us, Jamie, and I hope you sort of get equal satisfaction out of the next stage of your playing career and everything else as well. But thank you so much, and very, very belated congratulations on a really fantastic international career. Thank you. Thank you very much.